hashtag fails, to share with other entrepreneurs the ups and downs of having success, having failure, and then taking that failure and pivoting into continued success. So today I have with me my guest, Mr. Omar Campbell. Mr. Omar Campbell is a fitness guru and owner of Limitless
Limitless.
Chances. Excuse me, Limitless Chances. That's a tongue twister
Yeah.
sometimes. So, Omar, tell everyone where you're located and what's your specialty.
So I'm located Emory and Green in Warrensville Heights. My specialty, I do from training, I do everything. So we're talking about working with seniors, working with people who just every day want to just get into the gym, new people, kids fitness, rehab. So I try to touch on everything. I don't like turning anybody away, like I said. So it's important for me to make sure I'm on it. But yeah, that's my specialty. Everything.
Everything. Let me tell you something about this guy. He will meet you where you are. I met him at this place called the Camp Transformation. It was a boot camp, back when the boot camps were real popular a few years back. And he will work with you if you have limitations, physical limitations. He didn't make you feel bad if you couldn't do a 10-foot box jump because your knees was bad.
Right.
So he would help us modify any of those of us who needed to modify. He would help us modify our movements in order to get to the end result, which was the physical fitness. So I definitely appreciate that about you. So like I said, I met you at the Camp Transformation, which seemed like that was like eons ago.
Yeah.
And you were one of the more popular trainers, if not the most
Yeah.
popular trainer. And then one day we looked up and you were gone. We were like, what happened to Omar? And no one ever said what happened to Omar. And ultimately, a lot of people left. I don't know if you know that or
Yeah.
not, but a lot of people ended up leaving because
Right.
you were this like the best out of all the trainers that they
Appreciate
had
it. Yeah.
there. So without getting into a lot of the details, like what happened and then how did that affect you? Because I know that's being a fitness instructor
Right.
and doing the things that you love, and then suddenly this like the rug is pulled out from under you.
Well, I mean, for me, it affected me a lot because I moved from West Virginia to come to Cleveland to work there.
Oh.
So I ultimately left. Like at the time I had a 3-year-old son. So leaving him and making sure I do something like create something for myself, and also just getting involved in this fitness thing, it was a big impact. So the driving force behind it was him. When I did get let go, it was based off of people's personal. For me, it was, people's bad opinions of me. Jealousy. Jealousy has a lot to do with this, and it just affected me in a way like it made me hungry. To be honest with you, when it happened, I'll tell you, I was told that none of my coworkers wanted to work with me. That's what I was told.
Okay.
And in return, I said, but I'm not working with them. I'm working with the people, And it was due to jealousy and I never really spoke about it, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. I never was on like social media talking
Yeah.
about it. 'Cause I always felt like to give energy to something that is not going to be beneficial to your life,
Right.
is not going to help you.
Right.
And it was important for me just to be, all right, I know where I want to go. I'm going to stay the course. And I know I'm supposed to be doing this. But I know you're going to ask me some questions about like how I got to this point. But I failed many times, I've been fired many times.
Yeah, who
So
hasn't? Who hasn't?
yeah, so that was it was like the driving force behind. Like
Yeah.
this is not it. I know I can do this. So, that was really it. on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. That first time when you have that failure, I know I felt that way myself. It's like that first time it happens, you're devastated. Like, what
Right.
am I gonna do? And then you make it through that one, and then it prepares you for, more. Because
Right,
the
it
more
does.
you live, the more
Yeah.
risks you take, the more
Yep.
opportunities you have to have those failures. But to also use those failures as opportunities to learn. So, did you do something about that change right away, or did you just kind of hope that things would turn out
Right.
okay without really doing anything? What did you do? How did you move forward after that?
Honestly, I had to process it a lot first. At first few days, it is because at the time I moved to a new place.
Oh, wow.
And then 2 weeks later, I was gone from there.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So it hit me like, what am I gonna do? I was confused, but honestly, the love I got on social media, they didn't let me drown. Like I was getting so many people just saying great things about me, how I did to help them out. It was like all this positivity around me. It pushed me to say, you know what, I got to do something for myself. And then for me, it was like, okay, what is the best thing I can do? And the time was like, do a GoFundMe, you know, and that's what I did. I went on there. I just said, look, this is what I want to do. I want to start my own thing, my own business, and all that. And I got people who really helped me out and get to that level. And I still have that list of people who helped me out too, to this day, because I never forget like where you come from and how you got to where you got to, and who helped you get there. You know, that's why, like, even when you said earlier about how I'm compassionate about the clients who are need modification or whatever, I know at some point in my life I'm gonna need somebody to help me. So it's like, don't forget where you came from. They say when you meet on the way down, you meet people on the way up. You know what I'm saying? The people you meet on the way up, some people gonna be on the way down too. So it's like, it's important for me to always don't forget that. So yeah, that was it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then how long did it take you to realize that things were going your way as far as what you were trying to do, and how many different roads did you end up taking to get to ultimately the next step?
So let's go back. I'm gonna take it to the like beginning stages for me. When I first got before I even became a trainer to get certified, I failed my test 4 times. Literally failed that test 4 times. And then the last time when I passed it was like weight off my shoulders. Didn't get in my first job as a trainer. I got fired from that job just because I didn't know what I was doing. Like I was just so green and didn't know. And the second time I got fired is because I was in a situation where I was working and I didn't know how to sell. I didn't know how to market and sell, like, cause
the products and
stuff, and you have to do things where you have to get people to buy your product, like buy your training. I didn't know how to do that. So it was me not being good in the first time. Second time, me not know how to sell and market. The third time it was at the camp. You know, I was there, and then I was like, at that point, at the camp, I was doing a lot. I was doing basically like everything. So I understood like the brand and marketing and everything, and just do all that stuff. So. Basically, I just use every experience. God, he'll put some stuff on you, like, look, you have to go through this to get here, but you don't even know. If he told you what you're going to go through when you get there, you probably, I'm not going to do this.
Right, exactly.
I'm not going to do it. But for me, it was like, I just put on all those situations. I never let myself get to a place where it was like, I want to tell myself affirmations of like positivity or just telling myself I can do it, you know? So it was really just that. And I was like, I'm going to do this, you know? And it's like 15 years ago, I said I'm gonna have my own business, but it was like
you don't know what it's gonna be.
You never know. It took me. So I'm my 5th year in now, having my own place. So, but it takes some time, and I need to go through those. I need those experiences because now it's like I troubleshoot. I understand. I know how to, like, you just know how to work.
Yeah.
You know, you just so. That was important for me.
Yeah.
To go through those things, and that's why I don't look at like when you said the whole, like, you don't know if that's your path. I think you know if it's in you or not.
You do, and it's like, do you follow it or do you resist it?
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the question, and I think part of this process is you have to know yourself, and you have to know that this is the path.
Right.
It may seem impossible at this point. Yep. You may not like it right now, but if that's really what God put on your mind, you know.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. That's me 100%. Like it's just something in me. I know I'm supposed to be doing what I'm doing. I know my purpose, you know, and I get more joy out of helping people out. You know, man, it just, that whole feeling, somebody texting you saying, oh, I'm at this point in my life, I'm doing this now. It's like, make you feel so good. You know, wake up to messages like that from clients and all that. So I know my purpose, and I'm happy doing what I'm doing. And
that's good.
I wouldn't trade it. You know, I wouldn't trade it.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, like, too often failure in life is regarded as like a character flaw. And we do a lot to avoid it.
Right.
But I think taking those risks and going forward, you're going to get to those points where things are not going to work out.
Right.
But I think you have to stay true to yourself, and that's in anything, whether it's a career or a marriage, a relationship, or, you know, business, whatever it may be. I think if you don't avoid the risks and don't avoid the failures, and take those failures as an opportunity, and then to really look at yourself like, okay, yeah, I got my boss fired me unfairly, but maybe there was something that I did that contributed to that. Maybe I picked the wrong jobs. Maybe I don't work well with the right people, or whatever the case may be. So I think we have to look at those as those things as opportunities to
Yeah.
grow, to continue moving on the path
Absolutely.
that God has laid out for us. So,
My mentor told me something that was like very important, and she was like, the reason why you're going through a lot of stuff right now is because the wrong eyes are looking at you. And once you find those eyes that know what you can do and who you are, it's gonna be different. And I really am at that point, you know. And for me, it's not trying to say that I'm different from any other trainer, any other business who's doing it. It's that I know my goals and where I want to go, and I just stick to the plan.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times during this journey, I have people hit me up like, I want to, hey, think about doing this or think about doing that. I'm like, I'm not doing it for a money pool. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know if I do it for that reason, it ain't gonna work because I know it's not the way it's
That
not
you wanna
planned out.
go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like, so, and I learned that from the situations I've been in. Like, literally, like, just don't deviate from the play. This is the contract you set for yourself. Follow through with this contract. You know, so that's important.
yeah. Yeah. So what is it like now? And then you've got your limitless chances.
Yep.
You've had your space for like 5
5
years.
years,
You
my
said?
5th year. Yeah, anniversary
Okay.
coming up in September.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's it been like on this particular journey?
Super hard. It's hard. You don't plan for anything like a pandemic happening.
Right.
You know, you don't plan for, like, it's ebbs and flows with training. I knew that. Clients come in, I tell people who are new to this that this is a disposable income type of business. Some people who have the money to be able to pay for your services, they're gonna come in, but the minute something happens in their life, which is gonna happen, you're the first one gonna go. Like, you know, somebody get ill or a car breaks down or something happens, like, yo, I have to cancel this membership because this.
Can't afford it,
So
yeah.
for me, it's like I'm almost kind of used to saying, like, I'm saying getting fired, but people not being able to be there, you know, and you can't put yourself like, oh, is it me? You can't do that, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, but it's been great. It's been hard, but it's been great because I'm doing so much. Like, I meet so many different people. I get to go, like, I'm doing a symposium with nurses. I'm right now getting my certification in cancer research specialist right now because I have clients who had cancer, and for me, it's like, man, just dealing with that alone and having to see what they go through, you want to be able to help them to the extreme. So I'm just able to get through so many different doors and different avenues and do so many things. So it's been great, but it's hard work. I'm up every morning at 4:00.
Yeah.
You know, and to be able to put this grind in every day, and then I'm a creative person, so I create different workouts every day. I'm making sure that people are on track. I'm holding people accountable. I'm making phone calls. You know, I'm doing all that, and I'm hiring. I'm hiring other trainers to come in, you know, work and all that too. So it's hard.
Yeah, that's a
It's
lot.
hard work. It's a
That's
lot.
a lot.
It's
That's
a
a
lot.
lot.
But you know, I feel like I'm built for it. Like I'm built for all this. So.
You wouldn't be here if
Yeah.
you weren't, you know,
Yeah.
because and everybody can't do that,
Right.
And to be able to see what it is that you have to do and to actually do it,
Right.
that's a gift right there. You know what I mean? So, where do you see yourself taking your business? I'd say like maybe over the next couple or 3 years as we try to rebound
Right.
from the pandemic and
Right.
all that stuff.
So for me right now, like, I do a lot of stuff with my son is very important. So I started a thing called Elevate for him, and it's gonna help with financial literacy.
Okay.
So the goal is for me I did some research, and it says from children from 7 to 12 years old, if they're able to learn math, how to use money, all that stuff, they have a 20% increase on being able to graduate and then going somewhere with their life.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, and then I take 3-hour trips to pick him up because he lives in West Virginia. So we always talk about, he always asks me questions, ask me this question about math, do this and this. And I was like, start spinning the wheels. So for me, the business is more like giving back to the community, also how to help it grow, you know,
Okay.
because we are all plugs if you think about it. You know, even with what you were doing, you brought people into a space that they can sit down and talk and you know, take it with them, and you know, like, that's
Yeah.
important. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like that's what we're doing, and I can see that all these different groups of people I'm bringing in, I'm talking to, and I'm working with, and also my clients. I got to keep growing that. So I see myself 3 to 5 years from now just keep growing, expanding it, bigger location for sure, because I'm working on that right now, and just keep doing it. It's like I got so many ideas,
Yeah.
but I cannot be the one to do it by myself.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
You can do it by yourself. You got to have those people.
You have to have help.
You got to have people to grow and all that stuff.
mentors,
Exactly.
financial
Right.
help.
Yeah.
Other people's just people that know you can say,
Right.
hey man, I don't think that's the right way to
That's the
go.
right way to go,
Or,
right.
hey, you
Yeah.
said 2-3 years ago that you wanted to do this. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. People
Yeah.
keep you accountable.
Right.
So yeah, I believe that too. You cannot run a business by yourself.
Can't run. Yeah, it's just too much.
Yeah.
Especially you want it to be a prosperous business where you like, I don't want to be here every day.
Right, exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's important.
Yeah, I went
That's
to this
important.
thing once that the Urban League gave, and they just stuck with me ever since they said that minority businesses are more likely to fail because we run them by ourselves,
Yep.
and the businesses that have employees have like I forgot the percentage, but it was a higher percentage of success because you're let's say you left your job and now and you got a coffee shop, so
Right.
now I'm an unpaid barista
Right.
in my own business,
Yeah.
and I was getting paid at the job. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you have to step back and still be the visionary and
You
get
gotta
people
be.
to help.
That's
help you.
that's 100% correct too, because I mean, even with you sell yourself short so much, like you don't put any value in your time when you work for yourself. You like, wait a minute, like I'm doing all this to get this one client or these people, and I'm like, man, this is taxing.
If
so.
you work for a company, you would get paid like
Right.
6-figure
Right.
salary
Right.
to do what you
Yep.
just did.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one thing we have to learn how to do is pay ourselves and value our time,
Value our time,
as the people that we are, and recognize that we have a gift that maybe other
Right.
people may not.
Absolutely.
Have,
Absolutely.
and that it's worth something. For sure. So what else do you want to tell the people about yourself, your business, Limitless Chances? What kind of things we can look for you
Yeah.
in the future?
So I just started a thing. It's an online group called LCX P30 Power 30, and that's for anybody who's at home who just doesn't want to go to the gym and work out.
Oh.
You can work out with me at your home
Okay.
for 30 minutes a day, and it won't be anything like strenuous, because you know how I train. But it ain't gonna be anything strenuous like where you have to be doing like stuff I would do at the studio. It'd be more of a slower pace,
Okay.
controlled, you know. But the goal is to not only be able to help you out with working yourself out, but also give you nutrition. So nutrition is involved as well. I like giving people just a plain out breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. If you follow this, it's gonna help you get there. Because I have
Yeah.
my certification in nutrition as well.
Okay.
So it's very important for me just to be able to like give them what their body will need. If you do macros, we can do that. If you count your calories, we can do that. Like it's just broken down a certain way.
However
for
you need it.
Right. And I also have my own app too, Limitless Chances app, which is it coincides with that as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm rolling that out in next month actually.
Okay.
So that's one thing I'm coming out with. But then also just this is brand awareness, just letting people know what we're doing and how we can help. I do a lot of stuff with the community. I have a senior fitness group that we're doing a workshop for them.
Do they
coming
come
up.
to your space, or
Yeah,
do you go
they
to
come to my
the
space.
community
They
center
come to my
over there?
space.
Okay.
So right now I got 10 seniors right now. We work and train, but I'm also doing a workshop with seniors because we're at a point now where we can give them an environment they can come into and do it. And I see how they all talk to each other after they're done working out with me. So yeah, I'm gonna open that
Create
up
a
as well.
space for them.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
that's
sure.
Nice.
So
So
that's
something
happening.
for them to do.
Yeah, that's coming up for sure.
I
for
think
them.
that age is crucial to quality of life as you
Right,
get even
absolutely.
older. Because look at my dad. He's he turned 100 recently, but
Man, that's awesome.
I would say in his like maybe his 60s, 70s, 80s, he was exercising. He was on a treadmill.
Right.
He was watching what he was eating. And I believe that has allowed him to
Right.
live as long as he has, and with some quality.
Yeah.
He's not immobile
Right.
or that kind of thing. So I think it's very important to help the seniors at that age,
Right.
to keep to be healthy
yeah.
and to be mobile and that kind of
You
thing.
definitely find you find a quality of life when you look at them. Because you see like they'll show up early. But you will see like how they just view life. And when you look
Yeah,
through their
yeah.
lens, oh my gosh. And they gave me a great reality check just being able to work with them and doing this. Because it's like, I'm 40. I just turned 40 in May. And for me to see that, I've been working with these seniors for 4 years.
Wow.
So they can't. When I first came in, I was like, oh my gosh, because you never know, like, you don't want to hurt themselves.
Right, exactly.
And
exactly.
you just trying to be like making sure you take care of them. And that's the first time I worked with seniors before I got my certification. And it don't matter if you have a certification or not, if you ain't got no experience, so that was important for me to be able to, do that. So yeah.
Okay. Well, good. So I think we'll wrap everything up for today. I want to thank you again for
Yes.
joining me, and I want everybody to know that failure is not a failure.
That's right.
If you choose to use it and learn from it, that could be your step up to your next great phase. They say the setback is nothing but a setup for a comeback.
Nice.
So we want to roll with that. I want to continue to encourage everyone out there who's dealing with challenges in their business and even in their personal lives. Take those failures, take those setbacks, look inward and determine what it is that you want to do, and keep moving forward, and you'll be where you want to be before you know it. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody has a great and wonderful and prosperous day. And again, Omar,